a mansion guarded by drone patrols and thermal imaging sweeping thousands of acres of farmland. A home built almost entirely of concrete that could withstand a wrecking ball. And an estate hidden so well by legal red tape that no one can ever build a house next to it. Yeah, these are the most heavily guarded mansions in America, and every single one of them belongs to a woman. But before we get to the fortress at the very top of this list, the one belonging to the richest woman in the entire country, there are 16 others you need to see first, because what these women have built makes the White House and the Secret Service look underprepared. Number 17. Linda Resnick. Kicking things off at number 17 is Linda Resnick. As the co-owner of the wonderful company, her wealth is rooted in the very earth of California's Central Valley, and her security strategy is based on the sheer impossibility of an unauthorized approach. Her primary estates are often located within thousands of acres of private agricultural land, which acts as a multi-mile buffer zone. At this level of wealth, security isn't just about a guy in a suit at the front door. It is about agribusiness-level surveillance, including long-range motion sensors and drone patrols that monitor the perimeter of her almond and pistachio empires. The main residence is tucked deep within the property, shielded by miles of private access roads that are monitored 24/7 by a dedicated security team specializing in rural protection. Because her wealth is tied to the physical land, her security is as much about protecting her crops as it is about protecting her privacy. She utilizes advanced thermal imaging across her acreage to ensure that any movement, whether human or animal, is logged and analyzed long before it ever reaches the inner sanctum of the home. This creates a psychological barrier as much as a physical one, knowing that you are being watched from miles away. If you think managing thousands of acres for privacy is an intense way to live, wait until you see how this next heiress uses the sports world's secrets and massive ranch land to protect her family. Number 16. Ann Walton Kroenke. At number 16 is Ann Walton Kroenke. With a net worth of roughly $22 billion, she is not just a Walmart heiress. She is part of one of the most powerful sports and real estate families in the world. Her security philosophy involves seclusion through massive scale. In Missouri and Colorado, she resides on expansive family-tied ranches that operate as entirely self-contained ecosystems. These properties feature gated access points located miles from the actual living quarters, ensuring that any unwanted visitor is intercepted long before they ever see a roofline. The security personnel here are often former military professionals who utilize off-road vehicles and thermal imaging to sweep the boundaries of the property. The sheer horizontal distance between the public road and her front porch acts as a more effective deterrent than any barbed wire fence ever could. When you own a ranch of this size, you aren't just protecting a house, you are protecting a territory. The property is equipped with private communication towers and independent power grids, ensuring that the compound remains operational even if the surrounding infrastructure fails. It is a level of preparedness that borders on the sovereign. Seclusion in the plains is one thing, but our next billionaire uses the literal teeth of the Teton Mountains as her primary security wall. Number 15. Christy Walton. Moving on to number 15, we find Christy Walton. Residing primarily in the Jackson Hole area, her estate is a masterclass in using geography as a weapon of privacy. Her 8,600 square foot alpine residence is positioned against the rugged terrain of the Teton Range, where the mountains themselves act as a natural defensive wall. The property features natural fortress elements, steep elevation changes, and dense forest cover that eliminate any line of sight from public roads or nearby trails. The security advantage is entirely geographic, as any approach requires navigating terrain that her security team can monitor from elevated vantage points using high-definition, long-range optics. It is widely reported that the home features reinforced construction to withstand both extreme weather and potential tactical breaches, making it one of the safest spots in the American West. The interior of the home is rumored to include high-security vaults for valuables and a communication center that stays linked to a global security firm. In Jackson Hole, privacy is the ultimate currency, and Christy has spent millions to ensure her mountain retreat remains an impenetrable sanctuary. High-altitude mountains are great, but the next star on our list prefers the urban canyons of Beverly Hills, where the walls are much closer but just as high. Number 14. Rihanna. At number 14 is Rihanna. As a self-made billionaire, her security is about stopping the relentless pressure of global fame and the constant threat of obsession. Her multiple California properties, including her Beverly Hills mansion purchased for $13 million and now valued at $24 million, are studies in modern celebrity defense. Spanning 7 bedrooms and 10 bathrooms, the home features a central inner courtyard layout designed around an indoor-outdoor style. But behind this luxury is a high-tech bunker where the entire perimeter is positioned behind massive reinforced gates, and an advanced surveillance grid monitors every angle of the hillside and the central courtyard with motion tracking cameras. After several documented stalking incidents, her security detail was upgraded to include a 24-hour on-site armed protection team and biometric access controls that require more than just a key to enter. Every window is made of impact-resistant glass, and the walls are reinforced with ballistic materials. Rihanna's security team is known for being one of the most proactive in the industry, utilizing counter-surveillance techniques to identify threats before they even reach her neighborhood. It is a necessary expense for a woman whose every move is tracked by millions. A hillside villa is hard to reach, but the next entry features a house made almost entirely of concrete that could probably withstand a direct hit from a wrecking ball. Number 13. Beyonce. Coming in at number 13 is Beyonce. Along with Jay-Z, she made history by purchasing a record-breaking $200 million Malibu estate in an off-market cash deal, making it the most expensive home ever sold in California. The estate sits on an 8-acre bluff overlooking the Pacific Ocean, featuring nearly 30,000 square feet of concrete, steel, and glass perfection with sweeping oceanfront views and an infinity pool. Designed by the legendary Tadao Ando, the structure is built almost entirely of reinforced concrete, providing natural ballistic protection and total fire resistance. The security infrastructure on this massive property rivals a small embassy, featuring a secure, ultra-private location with a massive underground garage and a full security barracks for her protection team. Invisible perimeter sensors alert the team to any movement on the beach below, ensuring total privacy from anyone trying to approach by sea. The house is a monolithic statement of power, where the very walls are designed to be impenetrable to both sound and force. It features advanced signal jamming technology to prevent unauthorized drones from capturing footage of the family's private life. This is not just a home. It is a defensive installation designed to last for centuries. A concrete palace on the coast is impressive, but it doesn't have the 2-tiered checkpoint system that our next billionaire used to turn her neighborhood into a fortress. Number 12. Kim Kardashian. At number 12 is Kim Kardashian. Located in the exclusive gated community of Hidden Hills, just 30 miles from Los Angeles, her modern minimalist estate spans an impressive 3 acres. Seeking even more privacy, she also purchased the 1.5-acre lot right next door. Originally bought with Kanye West in 2014 for $20 million, the property underwent meticulous renovations that skyrocketed its value to an estimated $25 million, with Kim later acquiring full ownership of Kanye's share for $23 million following their divorce. The home itself was built in 2012 and completely reimagined in 2018 by renowned designers Axel Vervoort and Vincent van Duysen. Boasting a massive 17,000 square feet of living space, the interior embraces a Japanese Zen aesthetic with a soft, neutral color palette. It features 8 spacious bedrooms, 10 luxurious bathrooms, 2 grand living rooms, a modern open-concept kitchen, and a primary suite complete with a private sitting area and a massive walk-in closet. For ultimate relaxation, the mansion includes a private spa, sauna, and steam room. The luxury extends outside to a lush, expansive garden, a sleek minimalist pool, a private basketball court, and a custom children's play area. This serene sanctuary is fine, but wait until you see the pop star who spent millions turning a historic landmark into a paparazzi-proof cage. Number 11. Taylor Swift. Number 11 is Taylor Swift. Fresh off her Eras tour, the global pop sensation treats herself to some well-deserved downtime at her historic $25 million Beverly Hills mansion. Originally built in 1934 for movie mogul Samuel Goldwyn, The estate represents a massive piece of Hollywood legacy and was even used by Goldwyn as collateral for several of his films. Purchased by Swift in 2015, this marked the first time the property ever changed hands outside of the Goldwyn family. In 2017, she successfully secured official landmark status for the property, meaning any future renovations must be approved by the Beverly Hills City Council. Spanning an impressive 10,982 square feet, the mansion boasts 7 bedrooms, 10 bathrooms, and a grand foyer featuring a sweeping staircase that evokes old Hollywood glamour. The home also includes a library, a card room, a gym, and a cozy living room complete with a wood-burning fireplace. For entertainment, there is a screening room where Goldwyn once hosted Hollywood elites and where Taylor can now preview her upcoming music videos. Outside, the property functions as a private oasis, featuring a tennis court, a large pool with a cabana, a lush garden, and a patio perfect for enjoying the California sun. Preserving this piece of old Hollywood is one thing, but the next woman on our list uses 66 acres of California greenery to ensure nobody even sees her roof. Number 10. Oprah Winfrey. At number 10 is Oprah Winfrey. Located in the beautiful area of Montecito, California, her amazing home is called the Promised Land and sits on a massive 70 acres of land. This huge property is a perfect mix of nature and luxury. Inside, the main living room has high ceilings, big windows, and lots of natural light that makes the grand space feel super welcoming. It is decorated in warm earth tones and filled with a mix of old and modern furniture, family photos, beautiful art, and lots of books from her personal collection. The kitchen is a chef's dream, featuring top-notch appliances and a beautiful marble island for hanging out. Right next to it is the dining room, which has a huge table and a great view of the yard. Outside, the property looks like a peaceful park with beautiful gardens, old oak trees, and pretty ponds. There is also a special tea house where Oprah goes to meditate, a luxury swimming pool, and a high-tech gym for working out. This massive sanctuary is huge, but it doesn't have its own private police department patrolling the water like the island we are headed to next. Number 9. Ivanka Trump. Number 9. Ivanka Trump. Ivanka and her husband, Jared Kushner, live on the highly exclusive Indian Creek Island in Florida, which is nicknamed the Billionaire Bunker, because only 40 homes are in the community. They bought their waterfront mansion for a reduced price of $24 million. Built in 1994 on a 1.26-acre lot, the house has over 8,500 square feet of space inside. It features 6 bedrooms, 9 bathrooms, a movie screening room, a wood-paneled office, a large gym, and a formal dining room. Right at the entrance, you are greeted by a beautiful reflecting pool outside and a grand Cinderella double staircase inside with a big crystal chandelier hanging above it. The main living room has an open layout that looks out at the garden and includes its own wet bar for entertaining guests. Outside, the property sits right on the water with a large boat dock, a big garden, a resort-style swimming pool, and a relaxing hot tub with underwater lights. Living here comes with amazing perks, like a 24/7 private police force where there is 1 officer for every 3 residents, a dedicated marine patrol, and access to a local 18-hole championship golf course. If a private island police force sounds like a movie, wait until you see the supermodel who built a stealth compound right next door. Number 8. Gisele Bündchen. At number 8 is Gisele Bündchen. Like Ivanka, she also recognized the incredible security of Indian Creek Island and bought a $17 million property there. She tore down the existing house on the 2-acre lot to build a brand new, eco-friendly mansion from scratch. Her state-of-the-art home is designed to be completely eco-conscious, featuring advanced solar power setups and gray water technology to keep it running smoothly. The property sits on the waterfront and gives her 200 feet of private, wide ocean views right from her yard. Beyond her own high-tech setup, she gets to enjoy all the top-tier perks of the exclusive island, including the 24/7 private police force, a dedicated marine patrol, and a gated bridge that keeps unwanted visitors away. Living on a billionaire bunker island is the ultimate flex, but the next woman uses Silicon Valley's most advanced AI to monitor her Palo Alto perimeter. Number 7. Laurene Powell Jobs. Moving to number 7, we have Laurene Powell Jobs. The billionaire philanthropist and widow of Apple co-founder Steve Jobs owns an incredible collection of real estate, including a record-breaking 70 million mansion on San Francisco's Billionaire's Row. Originally built in 1916 and completely reimagined over a decade by famous designer Peter Marino, this historic four-story estate spans a massive 17,286 square feet. It features 7 spacious bedrooms, white onyx-paneled walls, and mirrored columns. The biggest change to the property was opening up the entire north side of the house with 4 stories of massive windows, giving her breathtaking panoramic views of the Golden Gate Bridge, Alcatraz, and the San Francisco Bay right from her rooms. Alongside this historic city masterpiece, she also owns a beautiful 16.5 million home in Russian Hill, multiple equestrian estates, and is building a massive 15,000 square foot sustainable, zero-emission dream compound on a 9-acre lot in Woodside, California, complete with olive groves, solar arrays, and organic gardens. High-tech sensors are great for the city, but the next billionaire uses old-school institutional discipline and reinforced steel to protect her Boston legacy. Number 6. Abigail Johnson. Coming in at number 6 is Abigail Johnson. The billionaire CEO of Fidelity Investments is recognized as the richest person living in Massachusetts. Instead of flashy, modern mega mansions, she values her privacy and leads a very quiet life, keeping her personal properties out of the public eye. Over the years, she has built up a classic and high-value real estate collection. This includes a beautiful $3.2 million estate in Milton, Massachusetts, a large home in West Roxbury where she raised her family, and a historic seaside estate on Nantucket Island that she purchased for over $9.7 million. Her properties focus entirely on classic East Coast charm, quiet luxury, and ultimate privacy for her family. This old money style is rock solid, but wait until you see the 10-acre Bel Air compound that operates its own internal border control. Number 5. Nancy Walton. Lori. At number 5 is Nancy Walton Lori. The Walmart heiress owns a massive gated estate stretching across approximately 5 acres on the prestigious Strada Vecchia in Bel Air. Originally purchased for $20 million in 2001, she has since poured nearly $57 million into expanding and renovating the compound. The beautiful property features luxurious amenities, including a swimming pool, a tennis court, a half-acre private lawn, and an 8,500 square foot main house. However, the estate has a controversial history, drawing heavy public scrutiny for using upward of 2.3 million gallons of water annually to maintain its sprawling grounds during California droughts. The property was also at the center of a high-profile 2015 lawsuit against neighboring megamansion developer Mohammed Hadid, where she sought $90,000 in damages after alleging his nearby construction severely damaged the roots of her cherished eucalyptus trees. While she maintains this beautiful Los Angeles residence, she and her husband, Bill Lori, primarily live in a massive 18,000 square foot mansion in Henderson, Nevada, and also own a large equine farm in Columbia, Missouri. Bel Air gates are legendary, but they look like garden fences compared to the casino-grade surveillance palace we are seeing next in Las Vegas. Number 4. Miriam Adelson. Number 4 is Miriam Adelson. The billionaire casino mogul and owner of the Dallas Mavericks owns a sprawling 43,500 square foot megamansion in Clark County, Nevada. Valued at approximately $30 million, the massive estate was built over 8 years by her and her late husband, Sheldon Adelson. It stands as one of the largest private residences in the entire Las Vegas Valley, boasting 8 spacious bedrooms and up to 20 bathrooms. The home features resort-style grounds that are completely decked out with a massive swimming pool and its own private lazy river. Today, Miriam lives here while overseeing her family's massive casino empire, Las Vegas Sands. A Vegas palace is hard to miss, but the next woman's home is so well hidden by legal red tape that no one can ever build a house next to it. Number 3. Jacqueline Mars. At number 3 is Jacqueline Mars. The billionaire candy heiress lives at Stonehall Farm, a beautiful 200-acre equestrian estate in the small and exclusive town of The Plains, Virginia. Located about 45 minutes away from her family company's headquarters, this property sits right in the middle of Virginia's historic, old money horse country. As an Olympic-level horse sponsor and passionate equestrian, Jacqueline uses her massive farm to breed and train championship sport horses. To protect her privacy and keep the area quiet, she has placed huge amounts of the surrounding land, including her old 216-acre property, Meredith Farm, under permanent conservation easements. This legally blocks any future development, making sure the beautiful rural landscape can never be built on. Freezing the land around you is a genius move, but wait until you see the fortress that comes with 40 years of political enemies and high-stakes secrets. Number 2. Julia Koch. Taking the second spot on our list is Julia Koch. The billionaire philanthropist owns multiple incredible estates along Southampton's Meadow Lane, a stretch of sand famously known as Billionaire's Row. Her impressive collection includes a historic 8-acre Tudor-style property that she bought for around $70 million. This massive estate features a giant 22,000-square-foot main house with 15 bedrooms, 22 bathrooms, a tennis court, a seaside swimming pool, and 500 feet of beautiful ocean frontage. Right nearby on the exact same stretch, Julia also owns a second 7-bedroom seaside mansion. She and her late husband, David Koch, used this original compound for years as an exclusive beach getaway and a place to host high-profile political events. A massive beach empire needs a lot of guards, but even that doesn't compare to the security of the richest woman in America returning to her roots. Number 1. Alice Walton. And finally, claiming the crown at number 1 is Alice Walton. With a staggering net worth making her the wealthiest woman in the United States, she has immense global influence. While she previously owned massive 1,400-acre ranches in Texas, she chose to sell them and return to her roots in Bentonville, Arkansas. Her passion for her hometown is massive. She founded the world-class Crystal Bridges Museum of American Art on 120 acres of Walton family land, donating her own personal art collection to start it. She even expanded the campus by opening her own nonprofit School of Medicine and the Heartland Whole Health Institute right next door. The entire 134-acre campus is beautifully tucked into a natural ravine surrounded by native Ozark forests, ponds, and miles of trails, blending art, architecture, and nature perfectly. It is the ultimate expression of power, using a historically massive fortune to completely rewrite a local economy and shape a community, while building an enduring legacy. By turning their billions into absolute perimeters, these women have built the ultimate private shields to stay safe in a volatile world. So, which of these defensive strategies do you think is the most effective? Owning the mountains, owning the private island, or owning the legal rights to every acre of land around you? Drop your answer in the comments below. And if you want more breakdowns like this on intriguing female power players behind the world's most powerful fortunes, like the video and hit that subscribe button to her status. See you in the next video. Bye.